Greetings, peace and love, family. Today is a very special, special day. We are doing a celebration of life, birthday Ghanaian dish called Oto or Eto.
Wanyama kalo, tababa wale, Nyambe.
Welcome to New Earth Ghana Health Watch Thursdays. I'm your host for tonight, Shannon. My business is called Plant Kingdom. I make plant-based, gluten-free, sugar-free, and soy-free deliciousness for you guys to enjoy. So you can find me on Instagram at plantkingdom.co. So PLANTKINGDOM.co. So tonight we're going to be doing pesto. We will start with blending the basil and coconut cream. This is the base for our pesto. So I have some coconut cream here that I've already blended at home, and it's still frozen. And then I have fresh basil here that I'm washing, well, semi-fresh. If you can grow your herbs at home, it's better to have like a small pot and grow your herbs yourself. That way you can freshly pick them when you're ready to use them, because once you buy them in the store, they just all automatically start to die and not look so fresh. So like I have a couple fresh looking ones like this one, and then some that just don't look so great. So it's best to grow your herbs at home. And we'll be blending the basil with the cream. And your pesto is just a blend of like a nut fats, usually pine nuts, and basil, and then whatever else you want to put inside. So we're going to put some extra stuff in there because I like extra. And then we're going to load it up with a bunch of veggies. So it'll be our veggie pesto. So I've got some leeks here. If you guys don't know leeks, this is leek. Again, see how they sell it. Then I'm also adding some cilantro, which is this one here, to the blended pesto, just to give it a little extra flavor. Cilantro has wonderful health benefits. It's great for detoxifying the body. It's good for removing heavy metals. So if you've recently been vaccinated and you want to remove some of the toxins from the vaccine, for example, formaldehyde and things like that are common ingredients in vaccines, cilantro is a great herb to use. Really, we should probably be consuming fresh cilantro daily. That's what I aim for, but definitely fall short. And here in Ghana, cilantro is not a common herb, so it's sometimes a bit difficult to find. But again, if you grow your herbs yourself, then you don't even have to worry about it. And then we also have some, this is our US eggplants. I don't know the name of the variety, but this is the one that we have in the US. This is the local eggplant. They call it garden eggs. So we're going to use that in there. We're also going to add in some carrots, some green bell pepper or pepper, red onions. Then we've got some scallion. I'm going to blend this in with the pesto. Some garlic here. I'll blend some in with the pesto and then use some as we're like cooking. This is called Cuban oregano. This is like one of my favorite herbs. So a very unique flavor coming from that one. And let's start blending. So I was washing my basil here. When you're washing your veggies, your produce, it's good to soak them in a salt water bath. So you can just put your veggies in some water, add some sea salt, and just let them sit. You'll see a whole bunch of dirt come on in the water, and even some little creepy crawlers. So it's best to let them sit there for a little while. And then when I'm drying my vegetables, like the greens, I like to just lay them on a kitchen towel. Lay them on the towel and then roll them in the towel just to get out a lot of the excess water, especially if I'm going to store it in the fridge, because I like to like prep everything when I receive it. So wash it all and then store it in the fridge. But because I'm going to just blend this right now tonight, the water is not a big deal to be inside. So just finished taking this one out, the water here. And let's add it straight to the blender. You guys okay over there? What's going on? And these herbs are really good for you. Great for detoxifying the body, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, all of those things are like properties of the herbs. So I love plenty of herbs like thyme, oregano, Cuban oregano, which is different from regular oregano. I think I'll put just a little bit of the leek inside, and we'll put the rest of it in the food. And then I'll add some scallion as well. A few cloves of garlic, not so much because the pesto will be less cooked than the food. So just a few small cloves. And then I'll put just like 1, maybe 2 onions inside. And our onions are tiny here, you can see, so this would probably be like 1/3 of an onion in the US or something. Our little onions are more like shallots, but we also have shallots. And then I'm going to add some of this cilantro. A little tiny bit of salt, just so the blend has some salt, and then we'll adjust as we're cooking. And like 2 of these leaves for a Cuban oregano. Let me break them up smaller. So this itself is going to have a lot of flavor because you see all the things that are going inside. So you can use this pesto on anything. You could use it to make a pizza. Oh, that one does not want to go in there. Go inside. You can make pizza, like a pesto pizza. And then I'm using coconut cream. You can also use cashew cream, which is what I typically use, but I'm taking a nut break right now. So let's start there. See how that goes. This is for this? Okay. Now we're going to blend. So mind the noise. Is this closed? Okay, that looks good. Oh, the shea butter. Oh, it's here. Okay. So we're going to use this as our oil. I like to use either shea butter, coconut oil, avocado oil, sesame oil, olive oil, but not like the vegetable oils. Okay, so while that's heating, let me finish cutting up our aubergines, or eggplants as we call it in the US, garden eggs as we say here in Ghana. And I'm just making everything kind of like bite-sized pieces. You can cut everything however you want. And you can add whatever vegetables you want. These were just like the typical ones that you can find here in Ghana, or in Accra, I should say, because they say there's more variety in the north, but I still haven't been to the north yet, so I don't know. But I'm looking for the variety here, because I would like to have some more. Spread it out. Okay. See if it's okay here. Oh, okay, I see. I'm reading lips. And I would have added mushrooms, you know, my typical, but I decided not to do mushrooms this time because I'm always adding mushrooms to everything, so let's just cook without mushrooms for once. But I would definitely put some mushrooms in here. I think last time I told you guys I got a lion's mane kit, so I was able to get some lion's mane mushroom already, the first flush, and now I'm waiting on the second one, and then I can have some more. So that might be enough, because that looks like plenty. Might just hold this one back. So let's put some shea butter in. Is this aligned correctly? You can see, okay. And to that, I'm just going to add like your typical seasonings, just the onion, the garlic, some of the scallion. Okay, that doesn't want to come off. And I won't cut the onion and things as small just so that they're present in the dish after we're done. They'll still like infuse and add the flavor, but then they'll be a part of like the vegetables, if that makes sense. So those go in. The scallion, green onion, spring onion, whatever you want to call it. We call it scallion in Jamaica. Just kind of break those up a little, or let them lay in the oil so they can soften. The creatures. Oh my gosh. This is the good thing about organic food, but also like the gross thing. Do you want to see it on camera? Oh my goodness, that's a big one. Ah, the worms. But it's how you know you have organic produce. Okay, I'm not even going to mess with that one. Let's see it. Here are the holes. You gotta look out for the holes. Let's see. Okay, this one looks safe. Ish. And you know, when you're buying the things in the markets, they insist on making you buy it, and I'll be like, oh no, I don't like how this one looks, and they get mad. They get mad when you don't want it, and it's like, this is why. This is why I don't want it. But we're cooking live, so we uncover everything together. Okay. So we might only have 1.5 garden eggs inside. But don't like throw away your food. Like, I'm not going to throw that away. Don't throw away your food because you see the creatures inside. Like I said, it means that it's organic. If they weren't there, it means they used fertilizers, most likely, or pesticides. So just cut the bits around it, and you can get rid of those guys. But that's why you gotta make sure you wash your vegetables. You can't just take it out the bag from the store and dump it in the pot. All right, so let me add this green onion. These worms, man, I'm telling you. And garlic, because everything is great with garlic. So I'm kind of using plenty here, and that's because this one is going to get cooked well. The one in the blender, that's why I only use a few, because that won't necessarily be cooked as well. I mean, as long. And the flavor can be really strong. So when the flavor is too strong, you just want to cook it a little longer to let it mellow out. And now we'll put our eggplants in. Oh, I didn't mention this one, I don't think. This is callaloo. Well, we call it callaloo in Jamaica. It's also amaranth greens. So I like to add greens, and I wasn't actually having any, but I was walking in the market and I saw these look really fresh. So I was like, okay, let me get some. So that will be added in as well. The rest of what we could recover from the garden eggs. And let me just cover it so the eggplants can soften. Meanwhile, I do the carrots. And again, cut these however you want. I'm just making it so we have a little bit of everything in all of our bites. Oh, Kapana, come and tell the people about your vegan adventure. How long have you been vegan, Kapana? 10 years? 13 years? Put a little bit more carrots in there. This knife is great. You want to use a great knife when you're dealing with your vegetables, because the knife makes the job stressful or easy. So get you a really sharp knife, or just sharpen your knives so that it's easy to do. Like that was really easy. So we'll add this to the pot. Add a little bit more shea butter. Or a lot of it. Eggplant likes to soak up whatever, whether it's oil or water. So once you put eggplant in there, like you can end up making your eggplant very oily because it will just absorb whatever is around it. So I would typically actually roast these vegetables, but we have a stovetop, not an oven. So we're doing the stovetop version today. But I would just chop all of these like this, put them on like a baking tray, and then put them in the oven and let them roast for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then just kind of pour the pesto on top. So that's like a really easy way to do it as well. It smells Asian. Oh, let's get some of this bell pepper. Yes. And all these vegetables are packed with phytonutrients and vitamins and minerals that are great for the body. So the more veggies, the better. That's why I wanted to have this like eclectic pot. And then, oh, I have some beetroots here. I want to put a little bit of that. This is my jerk seasoning. I'll put a little bit of that in there as well, like this much, just to give it a little bit of heat and some extra flavor. And then let's get these greens ready. So I'll do a little bit of leeks. Leeks are great with like squash, like butternut squash, things like that. In soup, like what's it called? There's a creamy leek soup. So those are like the ways I like to use leeks. But the flavor is like in the onion family. Oh, I keep doing that. So this one we'll chop up next. So let's start with the leeks. But yeah, the leeks are in the onion family. So it has a similar flavor, but its own. It's its own thing, so it's still unique. And if you have a food processor or like a mandolin, those things make this process even faster and easier. So I recommend using it if you have it, but not to go out and buy one if you don't. Just use your kitchen gadgets to make your life easier and to encourage you to cook more at home. So we've got our medley, veggie medley here. I did it right that time. And we're just going to add some callaloo. And then we'll add the sauce. I find that with vegetables, when you have a great sauce, it's easy to be vegan. Some people say like, oh, I don't know what to do, or it's so hard. If you have like a really good sauce that you really like, just grill some veggies and pour some sauce on top. And that's all you gotta do. Easy peasy. And if you're in Ghana, you can just buy them from me. Like I make cashew cream, a beet cashew cream as well, cucumber coconut cream, and I'm always just coming up with different sauces. So this pesto will also be one that I offer, and others. I want to put that in after the cream actually. So I'm going to put some of the pesto. And then we're going to need salt, I'm sure. And then I have some shredded beetroot here. I'm just going to put a little bit of that inside. I need a fork. Oh, I'll use this. And that's gonna really like change the color. That's why I didn't really want to use too much beetroot, but I had it, so might as well add it. You could use any type of nut to make your pesto. Like if you wanted to do a Brazil nut pesto, that would be really good because Brazil nuts are high in selenium. You could do an almond nut pesto, cashew. Oh, I did a pistachio pesto a couple weeks ago. So good. So yeah, you could use whatever you want. Get creative in the kitchen, try different ingredients, and just explore. Alright, let me taste for salt. I think a little bit more salt. Just a little bit. How's our time? Just gonna put a little water in here. And coconut cream is still not dissolved. Alright, one more salt taste. That's better. And then I'll just add a little bit of fresh cilantro. It's best to use the herbs fresh. Cilantro is also called coriander when you're using the seeds. Very common in Indian cuisine to use this. So like my curry, people always ask if it's Jamaican or what type of curry it is, but because I use cilantro in there, I say it's more like a fusion, Indian and Jamaican. I'm just taking off the ends because sometimes they're a bit old, depending on when they picked it. And then just rough chop that. Put the callaloo in first. Remember, I always put the greens last because I want them to stay green. And then my freshly chopped cilantro. And I'll just turn it off at this point so the residual heat from the pot can soften the greens more. What happened? You guys okay? Just add the rest of that coconut milk in there. And you can serve this like over rice, quinoa, fonio, what other grains? Millets, anything like that. Or even with like your root vegetables like potato, yam, cassava, all of those things. Or you could just eat it like this, or it could be a side dish. So however you want. You guys ready to try some samples? I've used these plates here. How's the time? Okay. So this is our final dish. Again, you can use whatever vegetables you want. You can use whatever nut base you want. Just pile it all in, get creative with it. This is the basil plant here. As I was saying, like not all are so fresh. But yeah. You guys want to try? You want to try? Pabana, do you have any spoons? Pabana, spoon, please. Here you are, you can try. He will give you a spoon. It's vegetables with pesto. Where's the spoon? Let me get some. Oh, you want some? Okay. Very different. Oh, spoon. Oh, here we go. That's Cuban oregano. It's one of the herbs that's inside here. So the sauce, this sauce, the green one, is called pesto. And then I just use vegetables. So just pesto with vegetables.
Looks nice and
It looks very green.
some goes with yam or rice.
Oh, you would eat it with rice? Yes, you can. Yeah, but we didn't make any rice today, so just this one.
So it's fresh garden here.
Mm-hmm.
The raw one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't boil it.
Okay. So yeah, I just blended one of the herbs, basil and cilantro with coconut cream. And that's what's in the blender. And then I chopped up all the vegetables. So there was onion, leeks, scallion, garlic, beetroots, callaloo, which I don't know what you guys call it here.
Until I see it before.
It's this one right here.
Oh, okay. I live.
How do you say it?
Leaf.
Leife, okay. Garden egg, and I think that was all.
That is nice.
So then I sauteed them with some shea butter in the pot, and then added the sauce after.
You add shea butter, not oil.
Mm-hmm.
But can you use oil or it should be shea butter?
You can use oil, but not like the vegetable oils. So you can use like the palm oil is okay, your coconut oil is okay, olive oil
Or shea butter?
or shea butter.
This for oil.
Yeah. Or avocado oil. You don't know that one. Okay.
But that one is not common.
Not here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna finish eating some more food. That's our show for this evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for coming. And we'll see you next time on Health Watch Thursdays here in New Earth, Ghana store. Thank you. Plantkingdom.co. PLANTKINGDOM.co. Follow me there.
Greetings, peace and love, family. Today is a very special, special day. We are doing a celebration of life, birthday Ghanaian dish called oto or eto.
Wanyama kalo, tababa wale. Nyambe.